Welcome everybody. How are we doing tonight? Doing pretty good. Welcome everybody. Welcome to One Amazing Night. My name is Yoel Iskindir, and that's right. Here I am. Brought you because it was between me and Gymmel and Conan, and I was only a little bit cheaper. But that's besides the point. I'm excited that they have me back here as the host. I'm super grateful to be here because I know everybody in this room understands the hustle of what we do and knows what first-gen students can accomplish. That's what 10,000 Degrees does. It believes in the full potential of the students it supports. And those students are 92% first-gen, 93% from communities of color, and 100% from low-income backgrounds. That's right. We all know a compassionate student who could be the next great healthcare worker, a nurturing student who could be a great teacher, a curious student who could be the next groundbreaking scientist. We can imagine a future where our best and brightest children reach their full potential. I mean, you wouldn't want like a TV doctor making policy for you, right? We wouldn't want something like that, right? But the closer we get to progress, you guys, the closer we get to self-actualization, it feels like the pendulum swings just as hard back. I mean, since I stood here a year ago, the Department of Education, DEI, I hear they're about to get rid of blue crayons and glitter. Is that a thing? I'm a little worried. We can't let this be the status quo, people, because as the indigenous Hopi elder prophecy says, we are the ones that we've been waiting for. We must be that strong voice. I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to make movies. Because growing up, I didn't see people like me on TV become senators, becoming leaders. I saw rappers, convicts, I saw mugshots, and I saw Jerry Springer. We all remember that, right? You are not the father. We all remember that. That was my idea of what, I wanted to write stories because I wanted to speak truth to power. And even as a kid, I thought to myself, maybe I need to be the one. Even though my mom wanted me to be a doctor, or a lawyer, or engineer, I was like, nah, I'm gonna make movies. Okay, but I will say right now in this economy, and looking at my paycheck right now, I don't know. I will say once for all, maybe mothers are always right. Don't get too excited though. No, she's in the room. Do you think I should go to grad school? Raise your hand if you think I should go to grad school, study computer, something like that. Okay, that's too many hands. Don't give her ideas. She's sitting over there. I wanted to represent my people. My family fled to the U.S. from conflict in East Africa, and my sister and I were raised by my single mom and the many aunties and cousins who nurtured the person I am today. And I'd love to say that in return, I was a super focused student, but I treated school like a joke. I was present, but I didn't really see myself in the curriculum or the future it pointed to. Even though I cared, I didn't show it, and that actually felt kind of painful. Then in high school, I stumbled upon 10,000 Degrees. For the first time, I saw educators who looked like me. They took us to campus trips, pointed us to resources, and guided our families through the application process, which was a huge deal because during that time, that was the first time anyone in our family ever held a college application. That experience really changed me. I stopped coasting. I started pushing. I swapped D's and F's for AP classes and A grades. And eventually, I became a first-generation college student. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's me. Thank you. At SF State, I studied filmmaking. I played an active role in student leadership, and I was a leader in the film department. I became a 10,000 Degrees student ambassador. It was one of my first real jobs, actually. It's really cool. I guided students with similar backgrounds to me while also supporting the organization that supported me long ago. And after graduating, I naturally gravitated towards working in education with nonprofits that share my value of challenging the status quo. I actually became a high school digital arts teacher, combining my passion for media and community uplift to help students get their films into festivals and their art into galleries and into magazines all across the country. In them, I see brilliant leaders of the future and stories I've never heard before. And in me, they see a boomer who needs help using Instagram. They changed the settings in the app. It's not my fault. Did you guys get the update? Okay. But hopefully in me, they also see someone who believes in them the way 10,000 Degrees counselors believe in me. I've stepped away from the classroom to focus on independent media production, telling stories that challenge stereotypes and lift unheard voices. I just produced my first big short film called Twice as Fast. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody at Netflix in the building? Let me know. This short film is actually made right here in Marin County with local actors supported by this very community. The story explores the achievement gap and the power of community, and I made it to honor the very people in this room today who understand that reality. I'm really proud that my films have been able to screen in theaters from San Francisco to France. I've even earned a few awards. I was recently featured in KQED, and I'm honored to have been named one of 10,000 Degrees 2024 Alumni Changemakers. Thank you. So the ethos forged in me long ago in 10,000 Degrees still carries in the work that I do today. And tonight, we get to recognize other people in this room who are carrying these values. But before we do, I'd like to take a moment to introduce our 10,000 Degrees board chair, Guy Lampard, sitting right here.
Thank you. Can you hear me all? Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here this evening to see so many wonderful friends and some new acquaintances as well. Yoel, you've been an inspiration. We met a year ago and talked about his film, which Suzanne and I were happy to make a small contribution to. And I think your ability to communicate issues and help young people through your voice and through your film is really remarkable. So I just wanted to thank you very much for that. So this is my 9th year on the board. This is my last year on the board because I'm being termed out. But it's been an amazing 9 years. We will never get away from this organization in terms of our support. But I think of all the incredible milestones that have happened in that time period. And my tenure with 10,000 Degrees as a volunteer actually started in 2002, so it goes back quite a ways. But it's been absolutely remarkable. But there's so much excitement for the future as well. And I'm just excited to be a part of that as a supporter, as a donor, even if I'm not on the board. What I wanted to do was to recognize my fellow board members as well as our 6 advisory board members throughout the San Francisco Bay Area. It's just been an honor to be a part of this organization and to serve 10,000 Degrees with you all. And I can't thank you enough for your support along the way. I also want to just acknowledge, my wife Suzanne, who's been here every step of the way. So, we all do this. We all do this individually, but we do it collectively, as a family, as a table, as a community, to support these kids, and that's kind of the mainstay of what we expect. So I'm excited to see you all here, and we'll be back next year, but in a different capacity. So Yoel, I'm going to turn it back to you to thank some of our VIPs and sponsors. Thank you.
Thank you, Guy. I appreciate it so much. And I want to take this moment to thank all the amazing people in the room who have made this night possible, actually including our honorary board member and alumni, Pepe Gonzalez, who is my former middle school principal, actually, known as Mr. G. But he does not have the power to give me detentions or red slips anymore because I am an adult now. To drink. Thank you. Just remember that, Mr. G. I don't want to hear it, okay? Anyways, my story, our alumni stories, I'm triggered, clearly I'm triggered, and the impact we celebrate tonight are powered by the incredible generosity of one amazing community of investors and sponsors here tonight. I want to start by sharing gratitude with a special thank you to our exceptional co-chairs, Kate and Mark McKelkey. Their deep dedication to 10,000 Degrees is truly inspiring. Katie and Mark, please stand up and let us recognize the hard work you've been doing. Katie, over there, look at that. Thank you. Thank you, Katie and Mark. And next, I want to thank our dedicated event committee. Your creativity and your countless hours have brought this night to life. Thank you so much for making this possible. Let's give these folks a round of applause. Suzanne Badenhoop, Shelly Brown, Barbara Dalmau, Sandy Donnell, Jen Fay, Ryan Fay, Sheila Larson, Dr. Denise M. Lucy, Angela Mira, and Gabrielle Tierney. Thank you guys all for what you guys have been doing. And special thanks to our event producers, Jennifer Bing and Sarah Schwelger, and to a few 10,000 Degrees staff who have been instrumental in tonight's success, including Elena Baum-Erlin, round of applause, everybody, Becca Baird, Yaswina Kuhn, Anna Schelger, and Caroline Silverstein. Thank you guys all. Amazing 10,000 Degrees staff bringing this to life. And to our amazing sponsors, please look on your screens and inside of your program for all of the dedicated supporters who are standing with us to create brighter futures. Thank you for being the ones who not only made this evening possible, but also empowering programs, scholarships, and supporting students realize their full potential. We want to extend a special thank you to our esteemed educational leaders here tonight as well, including our valued college partners, College of Marin, Dominican University, Santa Rosa Junior College, and a sincere appreciation to Sonoma State University and the Sonoma County Office of Education for generously sponsoring tonight's festivities. Your collaborative spirit and unwavering commitment to educational equity is essential for our shared goals. And lastly, a shout out to Marin County Supervisor Stephanie Moulton-Peters, who is joined by an entire table of representatives from the County of Marin. Let's have a round of applause for our sponsors and supporters, guys. Amazing group of people here. Next, I'd like to introduce to you tonight's special speaker, Stephanie Fayette. Stephanie is a proud 10,000 Degrees student who transferred from College of Marin to Dominican University, where she's graduating next month. A first-generation Haitian immigrant, Stephanie is here tonight to share her powerful story. Please put your hands together right now for Stephanie.
The bars are a little high. I'm going to try my best. The wine helped a lot too. Anyways, there once was a girl from Haiti who thought the world was small. Her dreams felt impossible. Survival mattered the most. And then one day, she left everything she knew behind. She came to the United States believing she was going to find a better life. But what she found was not ease. She found silence because she did not speak the language, and confusion because no one explained the systems, and pressure because she had to grow faster than she should have. That little girl was me, not so little anymore. My name is Stephanie Fayette, and I'm a proud 10,000 Degrees student at Dominican University, studying social justice. Thank you. But before I became a college student, I was trying to survive in a world I did not yet understand. When I moved here 9 years ago, it was a dream come true, but it came with real challenges. Speaking neither English or Spanish, I quickly learned how deeply language and the system control people's lives. I faced culture shock and the pressure of having to grow up quickly. Within 3 months, I made it my mission to learn English so I could help my family and myself to survive in this new world. I became the translator for my family before I even knew or understood what I was translating. I watched my mom avoid going to the doctors not because she didn't need care, but because she could not express herself. In my lonely days at Santa Fe High School, the first 2 years, I would always stay in Miss Levy's classroom. Shout out to Miss Levy, wherever you are. I remember the days when I was a victim of racism. I was made fun of for having an accent. I still do. I know it's going to come out a lot. I'm sorry. Little did they know that was my superpower. These experiences made me angry, but they also inspired me to facilitate changes at my school. As a junior, I started joining leadership groups on campus. I started to find a passion and my voice. I wanted to use it to take a stand. In high school, I co-founded the Student Leadership Anti-Racism Movement because I did not want anyone else to experience the same things I did. A difference was in fact made. Things started changing around campus for the better. I felt like a celebrity so many times. Unfortunately, COVID happened. My fam days didn't even last 15 minutes. When I started college, I truly believed I had to do everything on my own. I was balancing work, school, and responsibilities at home. Most of the days, I felt invisible. I questioned even if I belong in higher education. But that's when 10,000 degrees showed up for me. I had the talent, I just didn't have enough opportunities. I let my passion be driven by the daily reminder that there are girls in Haiti, frankly everywhere right now in our community, girls who are not just waiting for opportunity, girls who are facing language barriers, confusion, but instability and uncertainty about their futures. Girls whose dreams are being interrupted, not because they lack potentials, but because the world has not yet made space for them. They're all capable, brilliant, and ready, but they are waiting, like I was waiting for someone to believe in me, to give them an opportunity to shine. I want you to know, opportunity does not just exist, it is created. And 10,000 Degree is one of the places where that creation begins. Time and time again, 10,000 Degrees showed up for me. It was not just financial support, it was someone checking in. One moment I will never forget happened during my second year at College of Marin. I had just been in a car accident and was just going through it. I remember being on campus and received a text message from the fellow at the time, Mark, who was just checking on how the semester was going. I texted back and said, honestly, not well. He came to find me and he sat there, talked to me. He happened to just, be there for me. He sat there. He didn't just talk to me, but he listened. He didn't rush me. He didn't judge me. He was just there. I just needed someone to say, I see you. Someone to remind me that I was not alone. Because sometimes what people need the most is not money. It is the belief that you are capable. Belief that they belong, that their future is worth investing in. That moment meant more to me than any amount of scholarship. It reminded me that 10,000 Degree isn't just about financial support. It's people who care enough to show up for you when you're struggling and don't know how to ask for help. After that, I started to utilize the resources provided for me, opportunities that I thought were not meant for people like me. I stepped into spaces I once felt unworthy of, hence why I'm here. Hello. The year 2024 was life-changing for me. I got my associate in sociology at College of Marin, and I transferred to Dominican that same year. Two months later, I went to Ghana, an educational trip, honestly the closest I felt to home since leaving. And 1 month later, when I transferred to Dominican, I changed my sociology major to social justice because I felt like I needed to make a difference. During that summer, also summer of 2024, I also learned about a fellowship through 10,000 Degree career page. I told James, shout out James, you're in here somewhere. I was not planning on applying because I already had a summer job. He encouraged me to apply, and I did. I applied with zero confidence and ended up getting the internship. It became one of the best experiences of my life because it's centered around immigration work, which is something deeply personal to me. Now I'm also interning in affordable housing in San Francisco that I also learned through 10,000 Degrees, working directly with communities that reflect my own experience. Upon graduation, I'm hoping to stay there or find a new job. I'll probably reach out to some people, but here's what I want you to know and understand. My story is not rare because of who I am. It is rare because of the opportunities I was given, because of the chances that I took. 10,000 degree is so much more than a financial aid program. Sure, they supported me with my FAFSA, resumes, and school decision, but it is so much more than that. They gave me an opportunities by filling my life with people and programs that believed in me when I struggled to believe in myself. A special shout out to Mr. G. Wherever I go, I always hear about him, and I'm like, I know that guy. I want to be just like him when I grow up. 10,000 degree has been 10,000 degree has been one of those constant reminding me that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to dream, and your dreams are worth fighting for. Being a first generation is something to be proud of. And by truly believing in myself, and here I am today. And remember, we are the ones. You are the ones making it happen, and I'm proud to be a 10,000 degree student. Thank you.
Oh, I was wondering. Where's your sister? Is Stephanie's sister here? Can you please stand? Thank you for joining us tonight and for supporting Stephanie. Stephanie is an amazing young woman. She has incredible resolve and strength and vision. And I just want you to know that this is the very beginning for you. As you go off to law school, and if you need recommendations, I know that 500 people out here would be right behind you. And we have your back forever. Imagine the impact that Stephanie is going to have throughout her life and the thousands of lives who are going to be better because of her. So thank you for everything. Right. Welcome everyone to the 10,000 Degrees ONE Amazing Community Gala. To those of you who are new to 10,000 Degrees, let me be the first to welcome you to a growing community of good people who care deeply about our students, who believe in the great potential of them and in the remarkable power of education. Our ONE Amazing Community is made up of all of our supporters, our volunteers, our donors, our schools and community partners, board members, regional advisory board members, students, alumni, and now all of you. For years, we've been growing this extraordinary community. But this is what makes us so special. You don't just believe, you show up. And many of you have been showing up for years. You take action, and you don't just hope, but you invest in what is possible. At 10,000 Degrees, we believe that education is the foundation of a just and equitable society, and that every young person has the right to live a healthy and happy and prosperous life. And our students, they are the ones. They are the leaders and the change makers that our future depends on, especially now. This is what tonight is all about, celebrating you, our ONE Amazing Community. Today, however, the futures and the very lives of our students and their families from low-income and immigrant backgrounds are at grave risk. We are living through one of the most consequential moments in our time. Never before have we witnessed the dismantling of our country's institutional pillars that once safeguarded our freedoms, our civil rights, our democracy, and our access to opportunity. And at the heart of all of it is a simple promise, an enduring one, the opportunity to pursue the American dream. The chance to build a better life for ourselves, our children, our families, and our communities. And education has always been the engine of that promise. And everyone in this room Everyone in this room knows what education has made possible for our own lives. And for the students we serve, a college degree isn't just important. It is the single most powerful pathway to move from the low income to the middle income bracket, breaking that intergenerational cycle of poverty forever. And yet, today, only 11% of students coming from low-income backgrounds will ever earn their college degree, as compared to 79% of their wealthier peers. This is not just a gap. It is a profound injustice. At 10,000 degrees, we are here to change that decisively. And this is why what we do matters, now more than ever. We have a bolder, more beautiful, and more inspiring vision. A world where every child will have a future. Where all people, regardless of race, ethnicity, immigration status, socioeconomic status, will have access and the support that they need to leverage the full range of opportunities and to achieve their full potential. At this moment in time, 10,000 degrees stands firm. We are not backing away from our mission. Our mission is to achieve educational equity and to support students from low-income backgrounds with the guidance, the resources, and the support that they need to get to, through, and beyond college. And because of you and your generosity together, we have built the most effective college success model in the country. Our model removes barriers, and it provides what students need to succeed: the college and financial aid advising, the scholarships, the financial aid management, the near-peer mentoring, and also the career success support. And at the heart of it is our fellowship program. Our fellows are near-peer mentors. They are recent college graduates. Largely, they come from the 10KD alumni. And they become the support that they once needed themselves. They walk alongside our students every step of the way, showing them what is possible and helping them navigate the entire college journey. And because of you, after years of your support, we are now reaching 16,000 students in the Bay Area and beyond. We are supporting 4,500 students with our scholarships and direct support. This year, we awarded nearly $10 million in scholarships and leveraged an additional $73 million in free financial aid so that our students can graduate with their degree with very little to no loan debt. And our students' success rates are extraordinary. 80% plus of our students who start at the 4-year are graduating with their baccalaureate degree within 6 years, double the national average. And our community college students, they're transferring to the 4-year, completing their baccalaureate degree at twice the national average as well. But more importantly, beyond the numbers are thousands of lives changed for the better. As Yoel mentioned, an amazing alum of ours. Alumni are our proof. They are the healthcare providers. They are the educators. They are the engineers and the entrepreneurs. They are what is making great positive change in our community. And there are many alums in this room tonight. I actually think all of the alums should stand so we can give you a big round of applause. Woo! And I'd like to pause here for one moment because there's somebody very special in the audience that I'd like to introduce and to honor, and that is our founder. 45 years ago, she helped found 10,000 Degrees. Judy Edgar, would you please stand? Our commitment to equity has never been stronger, and I am very pleased to share that last month, our board of directors approved our new 5-year strategic plan. Over the course of the next 5 years, and with your support, we will serve 100,000 more students and significantly increase the baccalaureate attainment rate of our students coming from low-income backgrounds. Now, fueling our strategic plan is this transformational $42 million gift from Mackenzie Scott that we received this past year. This extraordinary investment is a powerful affirmation and honors what you all helped build through many years of your support. You helped build the most successful college success program in the country. We have outstanding outcomes that most universities can't match. 45 years of impact, 80,000 students served, more than $113 million awarded, and a growing alumni who are out there making positive change every day in their workplace, with their families, in the communities, and in the world. While her gift is a game changer, our important work will continue to depend upon all of you and our One Amazing community. And here's why. The student need is limitless. California has the largest student population of any state in the union. And more than half of our school-age children in the Bay Area are living in low-income backgrounds. And as schools lose funding due to the administration's egregious assaults on education, we have become the go-to for not only our students and families, but also our partner schools. In addition, we are funded almost entirely by private support, not governmental funds. Our $21 million annual operating budget, which includes $10 million in scholarships, would exhaust the gift within 2 years if we do not continue to raise funds and to have your support. This investment gives us tremendous leverage. And I truly believe that we were selected by Mackenzie Scott because we have the model. We have the outcomes, the tenacity, and the courage to never give up. She believes that we will make her gift work as hard as we possibly can. We will accelerate our impact, and we will help build futures of thousands more of students and families. But in order to do so, as we invest her gift significantly over these next 5 years, we need to continue to grow financial support from our supporters to sustain our mission for the long term. We must be here for a lot longer than 2 more years. I truly believe we received this gift because we are the ones to do this very important work. On the heels of making her gift to us, Mackenzie Scott published an essay quoting from the Hopi Elder prophecy. I quote, "This moment in time is calling on all of us to see the river that flows before us. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore, they will feel that they are being torn apart and will suffer greatly. Know the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above water. And I say, see who is in there with you and celebrate, for we are the ones we've been waiting for. This is who our One Amazing Community is. We are in that fast-moving river together right now, but because of you, we are going to keep our heads above water, and we are going to celebrate all the good we do together. So tonight we celebrate the transformative power of our One Amazing Community and the dreams of our largest applicant pool ever. 8,000 students are raising their hands, asking not for a guarantee, but for a chance to learn, to lead, simply for an opportunity. So tonight I ask, if you haven't already done so, please join us. Step into this river with us. Raise your hand and help us raise tonight $1 million that will go directly to supporting more students this year. On that note, I thank you all for being here tonight, for giving us such a lovely evening, for being part of our community, and for believing in a much more loving, beautiful, and just world. Thank you.
This year's theme, as we know, is We Are the Ones. It feels especially meaningful for those of us who are alumni. We're the ones who are supported, encouraged, and believed in right now, and more than ever, by 10,000 Degrees, to carry our impact forward. And one of the alumni who is doing that is Gymmel Trembly. She is a 2025 Alumni Changemaker semifinalist and tonight's keynote speaker. I'm also excited because back when I was a little high schooler, Gymmel was one of my 10,000 Degrees college advisors. So I remember her being a huge inspiration to me back then. Gymmel credits 10,000 Degrees with helping her achieve her dream of becoming a first-generation Latina lawyer. And today, as a labor and employment attorney at Vedder Price, she's using the opportunity to advocate for those facing discrimination, harassment, and retaliation. So please put your hands together for Gymmel Trembly.
I was 5 years old when I left Mexico. My mother and I walked through the desert for hours, desperate to reach the United States, searching for a better future. I was too young to register then why I had to keep walking when my body was too tired to continue, why I could not cry when the hunger or thirst was too much to bear, why I could not speak when hiding was our only means of survival. We made it to the United States only to continue hiding. In the 3rd grade, immigration officers came to my elementary school, rounding up parents and students at the doorsteps. That day, Maestra Carmen led us through the back of the school to evade detention. We were lucky. But the lesson was clear: blend in and don't stand out. I learned the language and I tried my best to lose the accent. No one was the wiser that I was undocumented. By the time I got to high school, I had worked so hard to get good grades, but I had no idea how I would turn that into a good job. I didn't know how to get there. Specifically, I didn't know how to complete a college application that asked me for a social security number, a number that I did not have. And even if I applied and somehow was accepted to college, I didn't know how I would even pay for it. My part-time minimum wage job would never be enough. I didn't know any scholarships that were provided to students like me who were undocumented. And my single mother's 16-hour shifts were barely enough to provide for mine and my brother's basic needs. And while I knew my mother would kill herself working more to help me pay for school, it was unrealistic of me to ask her for more. And it wasn't a price I was willing to pay. I finally built up the courage to reveal to my counselor that I needed help because I was undocumented. And she helped me create a plan to attend Santa Rosa Junior College. I applied for and received the Doyle Scholarship, which paid for part of my tuition, and I worked to pay for the rest of my expenses. It took 5 years, but eventually I earned my Associates in Arts in Social and Behavioral Science. It was worth it. I applied to UC Berkeley at the insistence of Professor Marco Gonzalez, who saw the potential in me that I couldn't yet see for myself, and I was accepted. I worked more than 40 hours per week at a local hotel to pay for rent. My mom exhausted her savings. My tia Gladys would send a small stipend, and my boyfriend, later husband, who was also a student preparing for transfer, would share as many tips as he could from his restaurant job. It took a village. I attended classes in the morning, worked in the afternoon, studied at night, and slept in between classes on campus couches and under the trees at Wheeler Hall. Still, I made friends, I joined clubs, and I studied under amazing professors. It was incredible. I graduated in 2012, and I walked on stage with my mother and my tia Gladys on each arm. My mom waved to the crowd like Princess Diana on a motor car, and my tia Gladys was reaching for that diploma, and I could be seen glowing from space. Both were instrumental, and I am so fortunate that my mom is able to join me and my family is here today to celebrate. She has that wave down. After graduation, I was granted deferred action for childhood arrivals. And my first job as a DACA recipient was as a 10,000 Degrees college advisor. And in that role, I collaborated with incredible students on their journey to college and higher education, many of whom I ran into this evening, which is wonderful to see. I helped families fill out college applications and apply for financial assistance and understand the cost of attendance, and to really just be there for them to answer the hard questions like what comes next and how will I ever make this work? The same questions that I didn't have answers to when I was in their shoes. I eventually went on to work at schools across Sonoma County, including my own Casa Grande High School. After several years of working, one of my students asked me, "Is this it for you?" A question that first set me aback actually propelled me forward, and I realized I wanted to keep studying. In fact, I wanted to pursue a legal education. This time, however, I had 10,000 Degrees in my corner. When I wanted to connect with lawyers to see if a legal career was a fit for me, 10,000 Degrees helped me meet lawyers. And when I didn't know anyone who shared my interest in the law, 10,000 Degrees connected me with others on the same path. And when I needed a career mentor to help me stay on this path, 10,000 Degrees connected me with the best one, Vanessa Holton, the then General Counsel to the California State Bar. She unfortunately had to leave tonight, but I am so glad and grateful to her. Vanessa opened doors of opportunities for me that I would have never known were there for me to walk through. 10,000 Degrees helped me review applications and to stay the course. I had a complete support system to make my law school journey possible. And it worked. I applied and was accepted to the University of California, Davis School of Law. The same year that I applied for law school, I was granted advanced parole, an immigration process that allowed me to return to Mexico without fear of being barred from reentry. I returned just in time to embrace my abuelito and my abuelita for the last time before they passed. This time, I made the journey to the US from the comforts of a United Airlines flight. And rather than feeling fear and despair, I was filled with love and appreciation. I adjusted my status just in time to receive federal aid to help mitigate the cost of law school. And with the help of 10,000 degrees, I successfully graduated from UC Davis School of Law, having served as Moot Court Honors Board Chair and having been recognized by the Order of the Barristers for exceptional oral advocacy. I was sworn in to the California Bar in 2019 by Judge Shama Mesiwala of the 3rd Appellate District, in a courtroom full of family and friends and mentors. And for that moment, the courtroom was not intimidating, it wasn't punishing, it was celebratory. And today, I'm an employment attorney at Vedder Price, where I help companies solve their employment-related problems and defend their interests in litigation. I've committed hundreds of hours to pro bono work, including helping asylum seekers complete their asylum applications, defending public access to coastal waters, and defending immigrant workers against claims by unscrupulous employers. I also serve as board president of the Sonoma County Secure Families Collaborative, a collaborative of organizations partnering to provide high-quality, trusted immigration legal services and connections to culturally responsive social services to families in Sonoma County. Obtaining each degree was hard, but it was made easier because I had 10,000 degrees, a network of people I could trust to provide the support I needed to get to and through higher education. And I began this journey at a time when hiding felt like the only way to survive. But I'm here today because Ms. Carmen chose compassion over detention and separation, because my high school counselor chose to listen without judgment, because Professor Gonzalez chose to believe in what I had thought to be impossible, and because Vanessa and others at 10,000 degrees invested in 1 degree of change, and because my family stood by me no matter the cost. I'm here today because I'm brave, because I'm no longer in the shadows, and because I've claimed the spotlight. Thank you.
Gymmel's journey was a remarkable one, and the fact that she is standing here after all that she has been through is remarkable, and you are going to go on to make such incredible change. One of the greatest pleasures of my work is being able to meet and to work with people like Gymmel. We go way back. I remember that dinner when we were saying, off you go to law school, and Vanessa, who's been a great mentor to you, but the other person that I'd like to honor tonight is your mom. Where is your mom? Please stand. You have done so much to bring your family here, and you have supported them so deeply along the way. We thank you for your incredible love and for your perseverance and for being her mom. Amen.
As a filmmaker, bringing to life stories of underrepresented communities has been the most meaningful part of my work. That's why this year's theme, We Are the Ones, feels so meaningful to me. I'm gonna do the whole clap thing. I'm gonna do the whole clap thing if you make me do it. If you can hear me, do the whole clap. If you can hear me, do 2 claps. Don't make me ever do that again. Don't make me ever, I hated that. I kind of liked it, okay. But we're gonna move on. You guys want to come back to that later. We're gonna move on to a pretty cool video that we're about to watch. Because we're the ones who choose to recognize the talent and the potential here that some others might have a hard time finding. Sometimes the talent in this room goes overlooked. And all of the 10,000 Degrees alumni are proving what is possible when a community comes together to believe in a student's future. Dr. Osvaldo Palomares is one extraordinary example. As a 10,000 Degrees alumni Changemaker honoree from 2024, big shout out. Do you guys see he's over here, by the way? Big shout out to Osvaldo. I'm super honored to have been a Changemaker along with Osvaldo back in 2024. And as a family medicine physician at Kaiser Permanente, Santa Rosa, his journey reflects both extraordinary achievement and deep purpose. We're delighted to have Osvaldo here with us tonight in the audience with his family. And we're proud to share his story in the video Coming Full Circle, made by Forward Story Studio. Thank you.
If I could go talk to my younger self, I would say stop in the moment and embrace the challenge and be proud of yourself for what you did. 12 years of education. 10,000 Degrees played a big role in helping me get to where I am today. My dad came to San Francisco when he was 15, started working in restaurants. What made me so driven was my parents' work ethic. They always said, you're gonna go to college. We moved to the US so our family could have more opportunities, and that includes you getting an education. And then when I was in 8th grade, my parents bought their first home. It was a big deal. In the process of moving things back and forth, they were actually rear-ended. Car spun around, hit the median. My parents were both severely injured. My mom was airlifted, and they spent time in a hospital where nobody spoke Spanish. No nurses, staff, nobody decided to use an interpreter. They were left in the dark the whole time. My dad was injured to the point where he couldn't work for a year.
Mi doctor me dijo que no iba a volver a caminar correctamente y que no iba a volver a trabajar.
My mom was uninsured at that time, and unfortunately, we couldn't keep paying the bills, so my family ended up losing the house. We moved into a single room. My mom, dad, my brother, and I shared that one room. I think the hardest part about that was that my dad would always say that he would go hungry before we didn't have anything to eat. And that still stays with me. That experience as a child made me grow up faster, but it also inspired me to go into medicine and be the doctor that I wish they had. I wanted to be that person that advocated for them, that led the team and made sure that every single patient was communicated directly in the language they understood. When I first came into contact with 10,000 Degrees was my 10th grade year. The gap between like where I was and how to get to college was so huge that they really helped set the foundation. They had classes where we learned about how to get to college, all taught by people who had been in the same seat as me, first generation college students, people in college. After high school, I decided to go to a local college, and I went there for 2 years. And then I ended up transferring to Johns Hopkins University, where I ended up finishing and getting my degree in biology. So I would describe 10,000 Degrees as more than just a scholarship. A career in medicine is a marathon, and with 10,000 Degrees, it felt like I always had somebody there, so I never felt like I was in the dark or like, oh, if I don't know how to do it, I'm stuck. I ended up graduating with a medical degree. I am a family medicine physician at Kaiser Santa Rosa, specifically in La Clínica. In La Clínica, everybody speaks Spanish, so all the staff from the front desk, medical assistants, nurses, every single person that works in that clinic speaks Spanish, and we see a majority of Spanish-speaking patients. Earning a medical degree was huge for me and my family. Yeah, how are things going?
Since I already narrowed down the labs and
10,000 Degrees is really trying to make sure students come full circle. So now that I'm on the other side, It's really important for me to turn around and come back and fill that role, building that bridge for other students who want to become a physician or any other career in medicine. My daughter, she never has to ask anybody how to fill out the FAFSA or how to apply for college or grad school because I've been through it. It's just amazing to come home after a long day of work and cuddle and laugh and spend time with her and my wife. Medical degrees, residency, all that aside, that's what I'm most proud of.
So I have the incredible pleasure of welcoming Osvaldo to the stage. And please, to join us, Osvaldo Sr. and Mirella, his parents, please join us up here on stage. I think if we just and all take a moment here to just acknowledge the incredible journey that this family has been on for many years so that Osvaldo could achieve his educational dreams, and so that many of our students and families, when they walk into a hospital, will have somebody who can help them and not have to depend on a 12-year-old child, especially while their parents are experiencing such deep trauma. I just want to thank you both for bringing Osvaldo to us, to the world, to the community, and for everything that you've done, for your love and your strength. And thank you, we honor you, and you're amazing. Can I say it to you? Can I say it to you? Do you have to say it to me?
I just want to say two things. The first one is, when I was in high school, I was discouraged to pursue medicine, and I'm thankful that I didn't listen. And the last thing is, can we give it up for my parents one more time?
I want you to fund a future. Not fund a cause, not fund a need, fund a future, because this really is where America's going to be. It's on the ripples of what happens in this room tonight. And I want you to show it real. I'm not playing around. It's not for fun. $100,000 to fund a future, to keep this going. Throw the paddle up right now. There it is. Oh my goodness. I was hoping this was going to happen. I knew it would. Do you mind standing? Sir, if you would introduce yourself.
Larry Rosenberger, my first donation was 1996, and I'm still here. So we heard for Mackenzie Scott, the board has decided to put money into growing this program and to keep it sustainable for the long time. She forgot the ugly third choice. If we back down, it's going to be replacement money, not growth. Let's reject replacement.
Give Larry a big round of applause. Also, if I could ask all of you, and you probably need to start the circulation flowing and get ready for what's about to take place, give him a standing ovation right now. Larry, Thank you so much for what you've done. $100,000. I don't care what your means are in life, for you to tip the hat to an organization that you've already done so forever for. Look, I dropped here at the last minute, and I knew that I was going to be moved by it. Liam had told me so much about it, but I'm just so moved. So I want to just continue to acknowledge. I was hoping this was coming. Thank you for that standing ovation and the round of applause. So deserved. Honorary board member. How many of you, by the way, know Larry Rosenberger? How many know Larry before now? You probably knew this was coming, so you're not surprised. Larry, thank you. Your unwavering commitment has meant so much through the year. Through the students, like I said earlier, your commitment is simply incredible. And I think it's going to be, the ripples of what you did are going to be shown in the next few minutes here tonight. Thanks for sharing what inspired you. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for the really sincere and hard words there at the end that we need to hold on to as we consider the rest of the night. So again, $100,000 right now. We're going to resume that Fund a Future. So who else wants to jump in? $100,000. Before you do it, and I know a bunch of $100,000 paddles are about to go up, we have the power to do more than give. We have the power to transform lives. Not just one, but dozens. I promise you $100,000 will indeed change dozens of lives. Larry, you just did it. Let's keep it going. Unlike most scholarship programs, 10,000 Degrees doesn't just stop at writing the check. I think he kind of leaned into what I'm about to say. The fellows walk beside the students on campus. They outline and help them online throughout the country from day one to graduation day. $100,000 can underwrite years of scholarships for not one, but dozens. One-on-one support, a lifeline that students need to navigate overwhelming odds. If you've ever seen the stats of how well 10,000 Degrees students do, it's because of that support. So make it happen right now. This is how we close education opportunities divide. This is how we unlock potential at scale. I'm asking you, we at 10,000 Degrees are asking you to reinforce that we are one amazing community, helping students navigate a chaotic process. So let's do it. Anybody else at $100,000? I'm not being silly. Maybe some of you, maybe you just sold your Lamborghini Diablo. Maybe you've got $100,000 doing nothing. Anybody at $100,000? Don't be shy. Going once, going twice. All right, so let's talk about $50,000. What can $50,000 do? Still, nothing that to be sneezed at. You're not just supporting students, you're investing in a generation of future leaders. Their road is full of barriers. I mean, many of the success stories that you would hear about right now, the doctor even saying that someone at his high school said, don't pursue medical. I mean, that's ridiculous. Think about the barriers. That's but one story. We got to shut that down. You can do it right now. One raised paddle, you can break those barriers. $50,000 will fund programs that start early and stick. The summit, by the way, how many of you know about the summit? I might be preaching to some of you that already know. The summit is amazing. Rising high school seniors spend a day on a real college campus learning that a degree is possible, attainable, and what that degree might do them. Or even Money Matters. That's another program that's awesome. Students confront the real-life financial decisions that will help them, and they walk away with the tools and the confidence to afford college. It can fund FAFSA workshops. That's really critical this year. It helps students navigate a chaotic process and access the aid that they deserve in a time where that aid's not readily available. Train our trainer sessions, building the capacity among educators to support undocumented students. Now more than ever, we need this. First-gen students, come on. If anybody needs help right now, we need to do that, and you can do it right now. These are the ones that are most often left behind. So this is how we scale equity. This is how we equip students to succeed. $50,000. So, all right now, $50,000. Don't make everybody wait. Let's throw it up right there. $50,000 right there. This is how we do it. $50,000. Please stand if you don't mind. Hi, if you would. Stand right here if you would. For the folks at home who don't know, introduce yourself.
I'm Suzanne Baden-Hoop. longtime supporter, great fan of 10,000 Degrees. Damn, I wish I could do 100,000. And thank you for doing that. I really want to thank you. This is what we can do, and I hope everybody will do what you can do. I mean, just listening and seeing what Osvaldo has accomplished is just stunningly impressive. So, there you go. That's the answer. Here you go. So, like that?
There you go. And also standing next to you, I want to talk to this guy. Guy, if you would, talk about what it means to you.
Unlike Larry, I think Larry's first donation was 1986. Mine was 2002. Larry's was much bigger than mine. I think ours was $150 in 2002. So we've graduated a little bit, but I just am so inspired, we are, by everybody that has spoken, Yoel and Osvaldo and seeing his family, and it just is so gratifying to be in a position to be supportive. And we don't have kids, but we live in a community where there are a lot of kids, and we want to see them all grow up and succeed and be given the same opportunities that everyone else has. And it should not be a right just for those that have the wealth. It should be a right for all of us.
Thank you, Guy. So there's $50,000. And let's see that paddle, just to make it official. That paddle number, once again, 272 at $50,000. Thanks for coming in. Anybody else at $50,000? Anybody? $50,000. I will even buy you a dozen donuts if you come in at $50,000. I will even buy you a Magnum, a barefoot, at $50,000. Anybody? $50,000. Anybody want to come in at $50,000? All right, please give them a big round of applause, and thank you so much. That's what it's all about. That's the way to be present. That's the way to represent. All right. Nothing to be embarrassed by. $25,000. Who wants to come at 20? Oh, right there. So quick. That's amazing. Hey, paddle number 455 at $25,000. Stand up. She goes, told you he's going to make you stand up. All right, so thanks for standing up. Thanks for representing. It means a lot because you put the face to the people that want to give. So introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Mary Wolf. I sit on the board, but I'm raising this paddle on behalf of Jay, Abby, and his late wife, Karen, who are longtime supporters and huge fans of our work.
There you go. Thank you. Thanks for being here. So there you go. Anybody else at $25,000? Anybody at 25? Do I see a 25 over here? Number 403. Hi, paddle 403. Like everyone else, if you would introduce yourself.
I'm Sylvia Singh, and my husband Sharon is sitting nearby, and we're doing this together, and we feel really good about the organization and their results.
Got it. And your history with 10,000 Degrees, new, or have you been here a while?
5 years.
5 years, so 5 years. Thank you very much. Sharon, thank you very much. In a word, what does it mean to you tonight? $25,000.
Well, I wish I could afford 50,000 like Susan, but maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year, or if you have a change of heart, you can always double up before you get out there. Give them a big round of applause. $25,000, remarkable. All right. This is going very quickly. This is awesome. All right, so $10,000. That seems attainable. I know a lot of you can do it. I know a lot of you maybe came prepared to do that. $10,000. Anybody at $10,000? We got $10,000 over here. Anybody? Whoa, this is great. 10,000. Where? Show me that 10. Show me the paddle. Oh, way over there. Sorry. 452. 452 at $10,000. Anybody else? Anybody else? 417 at $10,000. That's awesome. 369 at $10,000. 184 at $10,000. 164 at $10,000. 354 at $10,000. 371 at $10,000. 274 at $10,000. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. 388 at $10,000. 388, $10,000. What's that? 250 for $10,000. Anybody else? Don't be shy. Raise that paddle one more time for $10,000. Anybody else? A big round of applause to every member of the ONE Amazing Community that is 10,000 degrees. A big round of applause to everyone who spoke on that podium that made you give tonight, made you, swayed you. My name's Mark S. Allen. My friend is Leah Makelum. I'm honored to be here tonight. Bless you. Go crush it in the world. Keep on keeping on and help people make lives matter. Help people have a voice that haven't had that opportunity, and you're doing it tonight. Boom!